Aloha Namaste here from Kingdom of Bahrain. I have, at best, 20 minutes before my little ones wake up. So this is my attempt to share a Yoga Mom series. And this is really free for all. I have no idea what's going to come out, but I have 20 minutes, so let's begin. Mat, 2 blocks, just in case, child's pose. Go ahead, sit back towards your heels. If your head doesn't reach the floor, stack the hands, stack one hand. Let the head rest on something. I want you to take this time, let the mouth be really wide. Move the jaw left and right. Take a few releasing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose. Hold, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Bring your arms behind you if you can. Clasp your hands or hold onto your strap. And then just draw the shoulder blades together. So my heart, the front of my body is getting a stretch. And if it's possible for you, begin to reach your hands back, maybe up. Adjust your neck as need be, your forehead, and breathe. And gently release. Okay. Inhale, come up to a seated meditative pose. Set your intention for your class. Perhaps use the sound of Om to connect yourself with something higher, or just make that connection in your heart and mind. Om. All fours, cat and cow. So set up your foundation, okay? If your wrists hurt, come to fist, palms facing each other. Inhale, cow pose, shoulders away from the ears. My belly's still drawn in. Exhale, round. I'm gonna sit back into cat immediately. You do what feels best for your back today, cat and cow. Oh man, this feels so good. I might just do 20 minutes of this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just move with the rhythm of your breath. As you breathe in, you're arching the back, you're drawing the shoulders away from the ears, finding space in the heart. And as you exhale, round. I'm really pressing into the floor with my hands as I round. So a few more of these. One more. Exhale, round. I'm going to come up, down dog. Tuck my toes. I'm more concerned about the length in my back rather than if my feet are touching the floor today. So I don't know where I am. We'll figure it out as we breathe. We're doing this together. Consider this a live class. I'm teaching a little different. I'm just being a little more open with you. In a live class, I'm just giving instruction. Okay, and then I'm going to bend my knees deeply, and I'm going to begin to straighten your right leg. Press your weight into your right hip. And just breathe into those sensations. Inhale, bend the knees again, and this time straighten your left leg. Press your weight into your left hip. Allow yourself to be open to feel the differences between left and right. Just notice, no judgment. Inhale, bend both knees. And again, I'm going to come back to down dog. If you come to a place in down dog where you're pressing your heels and your back rounds, don't worry about pressing your heels so far. Find that balance between effort and ease. We want length in the spine. Now inhale, look forward, bring the right foot forward. I'm going to come into a low lunge. And immediately I'm drawing my left glute so it's nice and strong. My hips are a little lifted. I'm just going to hold this for a few seconds. My left glute is nice and strong. Then I'm going to untuck my back toes and release my left glute, sinking into my left hip flexor. Inhale, arms can reach up as an option. And today I'm going to exhale, bring my arms down by my side. Reach behind if that's in your practice. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe walk the hands down the back leg to lift the chest. Inhale, reach up. Other side. Plant the hands, step back into your down dog. Left foot steps forward. And immediately right glute is strong. It's lifting my hips away from the floor a little, but I just breathe. Just breathe into your body. Keep the right glute flexed. And then untuck the back toes and release the right glute. Let your hips sink. Pressing through your back foot, forward leg strong. Inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe down by your side. You can clasp, other thumb on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe walk your fists down the back leg, lifting the chest. Maybe lift the gaze, breathe. And gently reverse, inhale, come up. Here we go, down dog. I'm gonna move into a twist here. So I'm gonna draw the right foot forward, back knee down. Notice there's 90 degree. It's not a low lunge, okay? Back toes can be tucked or lifted. Nice strong core. Tucking the tailbone, drawing the stomach up. Left elbow is going to hook to the outside of my right leg. Hands in prayer, top hand pressing into the bottom to twist. Maybe fly. Maybe go for the bind if it's in your practice. And gently release, down dog. Okay, reverse, left foot forward. Legs are at 90, 90, 90, 90, okay? Tuck the tailbone, lift through the core. Right elbow hooks to the outside of the left leg for a twist. Maybe fly the arms. Maybe take the bind if it's accessible and easy. And gently release. Okay. Down dog. I'm going to inhale forward to plank pose. Immediately come into side angle, or I'm sorry, not side angle, side plank, so balancing on the right hand, edge of the right foot. Breathe. Taking your variation, maybe come into tree. Just play. And go ahead, come back to plank. Other side. So if you play on one side, see if you can create symmetry on the other side by attempting to do the same thing. If not, that's okay, because there are limitations in the bodies or injuries. But as much as you can, what you do on one side, you try to do on the other. Down dog. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower to chaturanga. I'm going to hold in chaturanga. You might come to the floor. I'm going to hold for 3. Notice I'm going to come onto the very tips of my toes. 2. Drawing my hips, my bellies, my arms away from the floor. 1. If you're on the floor, cobra. If you're in chaturanga, dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float forward. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold and hold. Okay, so I'm going to massage the outer ankles. And massage the back of the calves. And I'm going to massage the tips of each of my toes by just pinching them and twirling. And then Padahastasana, stepping on the palms of my hands so the backs of my hands are on the floor. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale. Beautiful. I'm going to come into triangle pose, so stepping the right foot back. Arms parallel with the floor, so spread the toes wide, nice strong legs. Press your hips to the front of your mat, so towards the left. Naturally, your upper body floats forward. Come into triangle pose. Maybe extended triangle pose. Balancing effort with ease in every pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. So my transitions are relatively quick today. I can feel the time. And just move with your breath, move into triangle pose. Not giving a lot of instruction today. Inhale, come up. And I'm going to move into revolved triangle. So I'm going to rotate so my hips are square with the back of my mat. Inhale the left arm up. I'm going to reach forward first, trying to keep my hips like there's a strap here. And then from there I can place my hand on the floor to the outside and pivot around the spine. And come up, I'm going to come straight up. Pivot my feet. I'm just going to check the alignment of my feet real quick and then exhale forward, lengthen the spine. There's that black belt here, pressing my hips back. And then fingertips can come to the inside or outside of that forward foot. Inhale, come up. I'm going to go straight into Pasarita, so I'm going to widen my stance so that my ankles are about the width of my wrists. Hands to the waist, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, nice straight legs, bring the hands down to the floor of the block. On your next out breath, top of the head to the floor. Now I'm going to bring my feet together. I have a little more openness in my inner thighs that allow me to reach to the floor. And I'm also short. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come up. Beautiful. So I'm going to turn to the front of my mat, squat down in Malasana pose. Hands to the inside, arms to the inside of my thighs, pressing my legs out. And then moving into a twist. So right arm is going to become straight. If you can choose to bind, or right arm straight, left arm reaches up. And gently release, inhale. Exhale. Other side, so left arm straight, right arm reaches up. And if it's in your practice, you can bind behind your left leg. Do so, breathe. And exhale, release. Okay, I'm going to try to bring my feet closer together, my knees apart, and reach my body forward. It's another variation of Malasana. And then your option here for arm balance, you could go into crow pose, knees tucked into armpits, and lift, or Maybe today you're gonna move into Basana. I kind of want to do both, so I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do crow first, just for 3 long, deep breaths. I'm trying to straighten my arms today, but you work on the crow pose, that's up to you. Give my wrist a little break, and then move straight into Basana. So if you can, get the back of your knees on your shoulders, fingers pointing forward. Sit back on your triceps, the upper arms. Lift the toes a little. Straighten the legs, lift the chest, breathe. And then in your variation, okay, you can jump back. You can bring the feet to the floor and walk back, or see if you can use control. Jump back, lower. I'm going to come all the way onto my belly. Move into into bow pose. So grabbing my ankles. This is my variation of bow pose. I actually learned it from a teacher and friend of mine in San Diego. So I'm going to grab my ankles, draw my toes back towards the floor, elbows bend up towards the ceiling as I kick. I never let my arms become straight, and the more I kick, the more I lift. I could stay in this all day. There's no pinching anywhere in my spine. Feels amazing. And gently release. Turn your ear to one side and breathe. Ear to the other side, breathe. I'm going to come up and jump through onto my bottom. You get there however you want to. I'm immediately going to move into a variation of Savasana. So I've been working, I'll do right leg into the left. My hips are at a 90-degree angle, so my body's in between my knees, and then rotating forward. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And from here, I'm going to open up into my twisted Savasana. So left arm is just going to come to the inside of my left leg. Okay, I'm going to open up through the chest. My body is now back in alignment. So if I came up, back in alignment, right arm can reach up and over. I recommend just grabbing the back of your head, the occiput, and using your breath to create space in the right side of the body at first. And then as it opens up, you can reach for those toes if it's easy. Breathe. Other side. I love that pose. So right leg straight, left leg to the inside, 90 degree, and then pivot over the right leg, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale up. Right arm to the inside of your right leg. Spin open to the left. Grab the back of your occiput or rest into the occiput. And just lift, breathe through the left side. And then maybe reach. And extend both legs forward. Grab your big toes, okay, forward fold. If you can't to reach your big toes without bending your knees, bend your knees. Grab your big toes, pull. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. I'm going to lower onto my back. Awesome. Bridge pose. You might choose wheel. So first I'm going to do bridge. See how my back is. I heard it earlier this week. I don't even know what I was doing. Probably just lifting one of my strong children. Feels good today though. We'll see. You might choose wheel, a full back bend. And gently release. I'm going to do one more of those. Okay? I'm just going to take it a little deeper. Again, you might choose wheel. And actually, I'm really feeling it, so I'm going to move into a series. This used to be my go-to series when I was in Hawaii. They used to do this all the time. Come onto your tippy toes, bring your hands to the lower back. Okay, so supported bridge. And you're going to kick straight up into shoulder stand. So just right leg lifts, left leg lifts, and there you are. Okay, shoulder stand, your shoulders and your elbows are close enough that that transition should be relatively easy if you're familiar with these poses. I'm going to let my legs be wide. And bring them to the floor, Malasana, and bring my legs back towards each other. If your toes are touching the floor, bring your arms behind you, bind if you can. Hi, Trace. You want to come down? You can come down. Okay, that must have been my 20 minutes. Here comes Trace. Hi, bud. I'm going to slowly come onto my back. Just going to rest in Savasana just for a moment. Hey, bud, do you want to join me? Can you get your mat? I'm going to do a spinal twist. So today I'm going to bring my hips over to my right. I'm going to do eagle legs today, right over left, and then let my legs fold over to the left, arms out to the side, gazing over my right. I'm almost done. Okay, you need to be quiet. Can you practice using whispers? Inhale back to center. Okay, bring my hips over to bring your hips over to the left, then cross left leg over right, doing eagle legs. Moving into a spinal twist, legs to the right. Okay, lift the chest, twist it back towards the left, your gaze to the left. And inhale back to center, gently unwind the legs, bring the hips up or bring the knees up, bring the hips back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Is that like a jelly bean? Trace is saying this is jelly bean pose. Okay, do happy baby pose then. I'll do happy baby. Any variations of happy baby. Straight leg, bent legs, bent knees, one leg straight, then the other. And then I'm going to go ahead and come into Savasana. We'll see how long this goes with Trace here. As quickly As you can, let the muscles soften. Let the heartbeat slow down. Let your breath become softer and softer.
Okay.
Yes.
My brain is slowing down.
Good. Good, bud. That's what we want. Can you close your eyes and keep and sip the water? Keep visualizing the water. Let the brain slow down. Give yourself permission to stay there longer. I'm going to slowly come up into my seated meditation pose. Sitting up tall, back of the hands on the thighs with soft hands.
Like this.
Okay, Trace says Dhyana Mudra, thumb, forefinger together, fingers down. I want you to bring a color to your breath, and as you inhale, breathe in that color, a radiant divine light in through the crown of your head, into your heart. And as you exhale, send that same beautiful color down, out through the root, out through the bottom, back towards the earth. Balancing prana in apana.
My color is the blue one.
It's blue. I love that color. Breathe it in, bud. And now on your in-breath, see a divine color circling, spiraling inward from the outer abdomen down to your belly button. And as you exhale, see that spiral reverse out through your heart and out through the limbs, balancing samana and vyana. And closing our practice, opening up the pranavayu of Udana with the sound of Om, and closing our practice. Inhale. From my heart to yours, aloha and namaste.